Hello, this is Deja Middle with the final exam video. Skills I expected to gain from the class was to be more verbal and communicative to other people. I have social anxiety, so I don't really talk to people, and I avoid talking to people at all costs. Two terms that two terms. Social preference, the feeling we have when we act and think as if we're involved in unlimited face-to-face conversation with text messaging and like Twitter and everything. So I feel like we're connected to everybody, but sometimes I think that's bad because you don't really know how the person is saying the words because you're not face-to-face to seeing them. If that makes sense. Words can be taken different ways just by seeing them, but if you're talking to the person, you understand how she meant to say it. The video that I stand out to me was by David Burden. It talked about his mom. Prophecy she foresaw was becoming a flight attendant when she was younger, and eventually being a flight attendant, and then sacrifice she made was not doing earlier due to she having children and staying with them and waiting for them to get older and then going after her dream. And then she said a crisis that put her dream on hold was going to the Air Force, but it was put on hold because her mom had breast cancer, so she stayed behind and took care of her. Things that I use in day-to-day was non-verbal cues or body language. I look around. I'm a very observant person, so when I just look around people and see how they move their body and how in certain situations or how they without talking to them. I guess it's like not communicating but communicating. I just observe how they walk and talk and how they when they talk and if they move their hands and stuff. I like to watch it and see if they're like if they're mad, you can see the cues for that, and if they're sad, you just see how their body language, or if they're bored, and just everything. I like to observe people non-verbal cues. Things that affected my communication skills was the jar window self-disclosure, and it's the hidden part. I think it's affected my communication or relationships. It's because I don't like to talk about like my deepest concerns with other people because I think it will scare them away or stuff like that. I just keep it hidden, I guess, and I don't think people like that because I'm really I guess it comes off as I don't trust them or stuff like that. I guess my mom really doesn't. She gets irritated when I don't express how I feel. She just get irritated. I guess I don't know. I guess it just affects people. I don't want to be close to them because I guess I just don't want them to know my deepest, darkest secrets. And my goals for the future and professional and personal is to have more relationships, have more closer friend relationships, and have a better relationship with my family. With dealing with social anxiety, I don't really like to talk to people, and I guess that it affected how I communicate with people. And being more open about how I feel, and maybe other people feel that way, and we can connect on that. And just, I guess, having better relationships, not being so nervous every time I talk, and not getting all in my head. And with the mental, because the book had mental, like self-esteem and stuff like that. I guess that affects your communication too. So I hope to have a better mental stability, and then to have a better communication. Because I think that goes hand in hand with your mental stability. And if you have a good mental stability, you can have a good communication communication presence. And thank you.